This is the brand new DJI Neo 2, and in this video I'm going to tell you what's new here and how it compares to version 1. But more importantly, I'm going to tell you how, as a running content creator, I use a drone like this to capture footage for my YouTube channel. Okay team, so this is the DJI Neo 2, and like I said, I use a drone more and more in my running content creation world. I like it because it offers different views, different POVs. I can get some really cool stuff for like some of the socials that we do, in particular with the running shoe reviews, believe it or not, but also some of the cool adventures that we do. We've got a lot more of those sort of adventures coming on the channel next year, and the drone has become more of an essential part now of my sort of content creation process. Now last year I invested in this, the Neo version 1, and it was a cracking bit of kit. It was small, it was lightweight, I was able to take it out on my runs, I could put it in my hydration vest with me, and I could circle through all the different settings that I wanted to. I could connect it up to my phone, and I was able to create loads of different shots, loads of different cool things with this drone. It was small, it was lightweight, and it was really easy to use. So when version 2 got launched, there was absolutely no hesitation from my side to make sure I got it. Now, if you're interested in the DJI Neo 2, there is a link in the description. That's an affiliate link, and we earn a little bit of cash on that. So thanks very much for supporting the channel. Okay, so before we get into comparing these two, what the differences are, let's quickly run through what came in the box. It literally, well, there was the drone like that. It came with the battery connected. That's a battery, I'll show you that in just a sec. This was all also connected to the back. The reason that was connected is because I have the controller. Now, you can get the drone only version for 200, actually I wrote it down, where is it? £210, that's the drone only. And I'm not sure that it has this on the back. In fact, I'm about 90% sure it doesn't have this on the back. The reason this antenna is on the back is because I got the sort of bigger package, what do they call it? The Fly More combo, I'll show you the box in just a sec, which comes with the controller. Now, I like using the controller when I'm getting the shots, the far away B-roll and things like that. Again, we'll come on to that. But this was in the box, this was in the box, and the thing I like the most is we've got battery pack here. This is really cool. I had one of them in DJI Neo 1, which is in this box here. Had one of them in there as well, and it's super helpful because while the batteries are pretty good, the battery life's pretty good, it's nice having these when you're out doing a shoot, like I'll go to the woods or I'll do something. It's nice having the extra batteries with you. Other than that, in the box we've got some like spare blades and things like that, but other than that, it's not really much else that's interesting in this. Right, so what's new on DJI Neo 2? Now, somebody who needs this to track me, the biggest upgrade is the tracking on this. The new ActiveTrack system can follow me basically wherever I run, and that's the coolest thing about it. It's faster, it's smoother, and it's got the avoidance on it, and I'll come on to that in just a minute, but it's able to track me real nice. So the new active tracking system on this is a brilliant addition for me. Again, I've thrown it up, I'm wanting it to follow me and track me and all these kind of things. So that is a major, major plus. Next thing, like I said just a minute ago, is the avoidance. I don't know whether you can see that there, but we've got there, we've got there, we've got avoidance all around this. Now this previous version, again, we're going to compare the two, didn't have avoidance. And you might be able to see it, but I basically crashed this thing about 1 million times. What's cool with this is the avoidance on this is really, it's a game changer really, because again, if I'm filming in Broxbourne Woods and I'm running around trees and that sort of stuff, this thing just follows around and it avoids it all. It's so much better not having to worry about this thing crashing into stuff. I've had it when I've been running along and it's like tracking me on the side and bang, it's just hit a tree. So that avoidance is a real positive for me. Also, the 4K 100 frames per minute is a big plus as well. I like to slow some of my footage down, especially if I'm doing like shoe reviews and things like that. So the 4K 100 frames per second is a really good addition as well to this. And then the final thing on here, and maybe I'll show you the B-roll, but on here we've got, God, I think it's focused on me actually, we've got these selections here, right? What that means is when it actually, let me turn it on. I'll take the guard, this is the guard that goes on the front. It's got a new gimbal and all this sort of stuff on there as well, right? But let me just turn it on. And the best way to turn this on is you go one and then you hold it down. I don't know how much battery we've got actually. Right, that's on. Now, can you see at the front where it says DJI, that's your modes. Again, I'll show you some B-roll, but we can flick through this. And then you can just hit it and it'll do it. I'm not going to do it in here, obviously. But what that means is when I'm out on my run, I don't necessarily have to worry about getting my phone out, which is what I had to do before with the previous version. Now, you didn't necessarily have to, because you could select through it here. But with this on the front of here, I got a clear understanding of what I'm doing. It shows you the heights, because you can have it flat, high, low, close, all that sort of stuff. And it tells you on there. That is, again, a big changer, a big game changer for somebody like me who's taking the drone out, and I'm going out, you think, I'm out running 20 miles, I've got this in my backpack and things like that. You know, having to take the controller and all that sort of stuff and worry about with my phone and things like that, it's a massive like pain in the bum. So having that is a game changer also. So they're probably the big upgrades for me as a running content creator that make the difference. So now let's quickly run through some of the other features that I like on these drones, the DJI Neo drones, that really make it useful for somebody like me as a running content creator. You've got the palm takeoff and landing, which is super cool. You've got the gesture control now on this, which again makes it really easy. It removes that need for the phone or the controller out when running for me. And also this has an increased internal storage and the quicker transfer speeds again. So when I get back, or I'm in the car and I want to upload, or maybe I'm traveling back from somewhere, that sort of quicker sending over speed so I can edit quicker is like a game changer as well. That's a real positive. Those minute little things when you're a creator, those little differences, those little speeds, that the extra little bit of storage is a massive positive. Okay, so the differences between these two. Okay, so firstly, we've got the weights. The Neo takeoff weight is 133 grams, the Neo 2 is 151 grams. The dimensions, the Neo 2 is slightly bigger. The max flight time on the Neo 1 was 18 minutes. We've now got 19 minutes on the second version. We've got 12 MP half-inch CMOS sensor, aperture f2.9 on Neo, and we've got, I think, yeah, where is it? 12 MP half an inch CMOS sensor, aperture f2.2 on the new version, on the second version. We've got on the first version 4K video up to 30, and on the second we've got 4K up to 100. But as I said, you can get 60, but you can get 100 frames per second. We've got single axis mechanical gimbal tilt. And on the newer version, we've got the dual axis mechanical gimbal tilt. We've got 22 gigabyte of internal storage on the Neo, and we've got 49 gigabyte internal storage on the second one. We've got limited avoidance with the first, basically none. And on the new one, we've got the omnidirectional obstacle sensor on there. So that's really good, as I said, in terms of avoiding stuff. And just to confirm, you do have that 4K 100 slow-mo on it. I was a bit unsure when I read that on that piece of thing that you saw when I put up. But yes, we do have a 4K 100 slow-mo filming on this. Now let's quickly talk about the modes that I use as a running content creator and the ease of use of this thing. So for me, the main sort of predetermined filming footage that I use is the thing called Follow Me, far or close and things like that. It's great. I can just send it up and it will just track me as I'm running through, and particularly for me, like down the river or along through the Lee Valley. That's a real easy one for me to sort of preload up. There's the spotlight one, which is quite cool, and it sort of stays on you as you run around it. That's pretty cool. We've got the circle. I like using that. That gives me some good shots, and particularly if I'm in the trails and stuff like that. Now on this new version, I'm yet to find the direction track, but that's probably just me. There was a cycle follow, which does send it up kind of near me, in front of me. I like it if it's tracking in front of me, but I'm still getting used to this new version. I've not managed to find that yet, but if I go into the app, and I'll show you that in just a second, I can't yet find that, so that's just me being an idiot probably. But that is one of the features I used on the previous version, that direction track where it was out in front of me. I kind of like that. And the last one is the manual flight. I do use a lot of manual flight on the drone to set it up into shots actually. I don't necessarily go off and fly in terms of like getting B-roll for certain clips and things like that. I do get a bit of that, but I like to set the drone up, whether it's high or low or far away, things like that is how I use the manual flight mainly on this drone. Okay, so lastly, how I use it in terms of the controls. So I'm going to put some B-roll up again, but I'm using the phone effectively to control it when I'm out running. If I need to do like the manual control, I said if I'm using the controls on this thing here, come on camera, here now, which is kind of cool. But if I want to just to get like some of the better shots or the gesture or stuff like that, I'm going to use the app. It's really easy to use when you're out there. You can't be any easier than that. If you want to get your files off of there, by the way, your quick transfer. But to be honest with you, I just plug this straight in to my laptop and download from there. Now with the controller, again, I'll set it up. If I'm doing manual flight, I tend to use this controller. I like it. I like the control. I like the home button function, which I think's been improved, by the way, on this second version. It gives you a lot more confidence that the thing will come back, because that's always the worry, right? But yeah, we've got the home function on there, which works really well. And it takes a little bit of getting used to. I'm not going to lie, using one of these things. It's kind of cool, but you can really play around with it and have some fun with it. So I like using this to get some of that B-roll for some of the videos. But with me as a running content creator, I like the thing to follow me. I like the thing to be able to, I said to you, send it off and then come back. Or, because you can do that on some of the shots. Or like the drone shot and those kind of things. There's certain presets that really just work for me in terms of the content that I'm looking for. So overall, in terms of a conclusion, I really like the Neo 2. I think it's great, the stuff that they've added to this. I think the, most importantly, the avoidance is great for somebody like me because I keep crashing. I've crashed that one a million times. But yeah, the avoidance is really good on it. I like all the preset functions. I love the fact that now I've got this on here, so when I'm out, I can just go bang, bang, select the modes that I want. I can even select them before I go out on the run because I'll think of the shots that I need and I can get that really easy with this. The hand gesture's really good, bringing the thing to me, moving it if I want to, and that kind of stuff's really cool. And like I said, the tracking is the big thing for me. I'm sending this thing up and I want it to track me. I want it to follow me. I want it to, you know, do all that sort of stuff. So when I'm out there running, I'm not thinking about, oh, where's the drone? Is it following me? All that sort of stuff. That's what I want. And the thing is with this Neo, it's so light, so easy just to stick into a hydration pack on my back and take it out with me. I can put a couple of batteries in there. I've got my phone so I can, you know, do all the bits that I want to do when I'm out there. And it just creates a much better, hopefully, viewing perspective for you guys when you're watching some of these boring shoe reviews. But even on the vlogs, like when we're making the vlogs and things like that, you know, just to show different things, different point of views and stuff like that, I hope that you guys like it. So yes, we're always investing in the channel here. Neo 2 is out. I like it. If you're, you know, looking to capture running content, I would say the Neo is a really good shout. The first one, if you can pick that up cheaper, and maybe play with that, you know, get used to that, and then go up to Neo 2, or just, you know, smash through to Neo 2, because it really is good. And say the avoidance and things like that on there, and the tracking's is a bit of a game changer. But yes, that's it really. I'm super impressed. Again, if you buy this, just this, right, and you work it off your phone, it's £210, which I appreciate it's a lot of money, right? But if you're looking to capture content, you know, that's not that expensive based on the cost of some of the other drones and things like that out there. So it's definitely something to consider. Okay, team, so don't forget, if you're interested, there's a link in the description. That's an affiliate link. We earn a little bit of cash on that, nothing major. I think we have to sell about 1 million to get like £2.50. But if you are interested, click that link below. I'd really appreciate it. This is not a usual video for 40 runs, but I do want to try and bring you up to speed with some of the sort of content creation side of things, the cameras and things like that. So that's why I wanted to do this review. Maybe you're new to the channel, you've never been here before. We create, yeah, running content. I vlog my training. We do shoe reviews. We do adventures. We do challenges and things like that. And yeah, so if you're new here around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Okay, team, that's it from me. End of the DC Rainmaker, I can't even say it, DC Rainmaker review-esque. No, it's a terrible job. But yeah, that's it from me. I'll catch you guys on the next one.